See if it worked. Oh, it says I'm live. Except you guys can't see me yet because it's still on the other screen. Aha, there I am. I'm wondering if I get a notification. Oh, I got a notification from YouTube, I think. Just checking it. Yay, it says I'm live. Wah-ha-ha-hoo. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Yes, today is my birthday, so I thought that I would go live and do a bunch of unboxings that I have been saving because I have my November Knitcrates. I have my December Paradise Fibers. The November Knitcrates did arrive in November, but I think, did one arrive before Thanksgiving? But they arrived like around when Hanukkah was starting, and so I didn't have time to do an unboxing. And don't worry, I'm just being overly cautious about my wrist. It's still doing fine. It was just bothering me a tiny bit, so I decided to just put a wrap on so I remember to take it a little bit easy. But nothing to be concerned about. I'll probably take this off in like an hour. But thank you for the birthday wishes. I am very excited. And so I also have some other packages. So let's see, I've got Paradise Fibers, Knitcrate. I have 2 Knitpicks orders. I actually still have a Thanksgiving week crochet order that is supposedly in progress, but the tracking hasn't updated since like sometime last week. But a lot went on over the weekend weather-wise, so I'm not worried about that yet. And then I have also a small order from an Etsy shop that had something very sparkly and exciting and fiber blending related that I will open up. Thank you, thank you. So anyway, I think that I will probably start opening up the subscription boxes. So I am a Paradise Fibers and Knitcrate affiliate, which means they send me their products for free for me to unbox and share. And I do have I have affiliate links for both companies, which are down in the video description. So I think that I will probably start with Paradise Fibers, then do the Knitcrates, then do the Knitpicks, then the sparkly thing I mentioned. And then at the end, I'll go through and share more information about the subscriptions and things like that, because you've heard me talk about that before. The arm is fine. It was just bothering me a little bit. I did a lot of knitting yesterday, and so I am, ever since my repetitive stress injury, I've been babying it if it starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable. So I've just wrapped it so that way I don't use it as much. It just reminds me to take it easy. So it's nothing to be scared of. I'm not going to be out 2 weeks like I was at the end of the summer. Thank you. They just arrived. I am a big sucker for balloons, and so yeah, and we found out that Party City does deliver. So Keith picked out some a princess bouquet and then a holographic like glittery bouquet as well, which I think is very, very fun. But okay, let's start unboxing. And I want to start with Paradise Fibers. I really wanted to open this up over Hanukkah when it arrived, because I think it arrived last week. But also I knew that like with doing a live premiere every night, there wasn't really an opportunity to do a live stream. So then I was like, oh, I can do it during the day of my birthday, and it'll be like I have a birthday present. Ooh, so let's see. A Very Merry Swissmas, featuring a new alpaca merino blends and white yak top. Ooh. Okay, I actually don't want to look at that. I want to see what's in here first. So, ooh, this is a nice big organza bag. So we've got some bare white. Well, we'll figure out what this, oh, that's soft. Oh my goodness, that is very soft. It's fluffy. I mean, it's a bare natural white color. This is really, really soft. The staple length seems fairly short, But we'll see more about that in a moment. Okay. Oop, we've got like a little Christmassy canvas bag here with some snowflakes on it that'll have our extras. And then there's a big bag. Ooh. So this is a sort of like a white, shiny organza bag. And we've got 3 colors. We've got this, it's like combed like blue and white. And then I think there's a gray and white. Or maybe shades of gray. I can't, it could be a little bit white in there. But it's a lot of like grays. And then this purpley. This one has a lot of, they all have a lot of dimension. It's easiest to see the dimension in this one because you can see that there's a bit, it's all very berry, but there's a little bit of a grayer purple in here as well and a more magenta leaning purple. It's showing up very, very blue on camera. It's a lot warmer toned in person. So here's the set of 3 colors. This is a lot of fiber. This is a lot of fiber. Hello, hello. All right, and let's see. I didn't set myself up very well. I've got these resting on the keyboard. Hopefully I don't do anything goofy. All right, let's see what we have in here. Okay, if I'm gonna guess, because of the, I mean, it would be cool if it was like hot cocoa because of like Swiss Miss theme, but I bet maybe it's a peppermint tea. That's gonna be my guess. Oh, I'm wrong. So it's Christmas Eve, caffeine free. I'm not sure what kind of tea that is, but it doesn't smell like mint. But my guess would have been mint. Hello, let's see. Aww. Here's Eunice, like a little gnome. Gnome, maybe? We'll see what our pun is momentarily. And oh, cute. Oh, we've got some fun buttons. These look like, are they like antler? So we've got 2 little buttons that, like, they look a little bit like a stem, but they feel harder, which is why I'm wondering if it's like an antler or something, because of that's sort of what it looks like to me. I'm not close enough for you to see the center. But then we also have this adorable little like bulb stitch marker. It's like an old-fashioned Christmas bulb. So this one does not fit around the bottom of the bulb. That is one of my complaints. Like, I don't mind like these safety pin clips for progress keepers. I actually really like them. But if there's a charm on it, I like the charm to be able to fit. So I always have it on the needles this way. And when the charm sticks out like that, I don't like that as much. But that's easy for me to remedy. I would just put a jump ring on the charm and then put it back on. You have the tea. It's mint, orange, and cinnamon. Ooh, I wouldn't think that mint and orange would work well, but that's really interesting. Okay, let's see what it says. Okay, so there are actually 6 different colors, and so this is the Alpine Blends. There's 6 colorways available. It's white baby alpaca with dyed 23 micron merino. And so that is really cool. Okay, wait. So this is a Tom Tew vinyl sticker. I don't know if I understand that reference. There's a Christmas Eve stash tee, the light bulb marker, and 2 naturally shed Pacific Northwest white-tailed deer antler buttons. Okay, I was right. These are antler buttons, and I like that there's the like naturally shed like note there, and I have to make sure I keep these away from my dog because he might want to eat them. Thank you for the birthday cheer. Okay, and so then we also have, so we have 6 ounce, we have a lot of fiber this month. There's usually 6 to 8 ounces of fiber, but we have 8 ounces this month. So there's 2 ounces each of this new merino alpaca blend. But then we also have 2 ounces of de-haired superfine yak down that's been bleached and combed to create a smooth, luxurious, and even combed top. And I don't think it necessarily has like a shine to it. It does feel very downy. It reminds me, to be honest, of like indie fur. It reminds me a fair amount of indie fur. But this is, I think this might be hard to spin. Like the staple length on some of these hairs, you can't see. They're pretty short, but it's really, really soft, like really soft. But I want to put it back in the bag for safekeeping because I'm afraid that it'll like go everywhere. Oh, thanks, Beth. Yes, please like the video and make sure you're subscribed to the ChemKnits Tutorials YouTube channel. But let me show you the other colors. So I got the 3 on the top, which I'm actually really happy with. I don't know if they sent different color combinations to different people, because the bottom set is like a red, green, and white one, which, so in my family, because I'm Jewish, so I didn't grow up celebrating Christmas, but as a family, we do celebrate Christmas because that's part of my husband's family traditions. But in general, like if I received like red, green, and white fiber, I might not be as excited just because that's not a color palette that I use often myself. Like our Christmas decorations are purple and silver. But I love this palette. This is very, very, very me. And so I'm very excited. And I really like alpaca blends, like a lot. But I'm very excited about that yak. And there are some, oh, so you did get either? Okay, and you got the other. I mean, I think that you could do pretty things with it that wouldn't feel Christmassy, but I think that this might be the most Christmassy one of these boxes that's felt before. I think in the past they've had others that are just fairly like wintry themed, which was nice. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Paradise Fibers, but I always want to like, it's hard, I think, in the winter because some people really want a lot of like Christmassy colorways, and then there are people where they feel a little awkward if that's what they end up getting. So I think that can be challenging. You got the other colors? Okay. Well, I hope that you really like them. I don't think that I've ever felt like bummed about colors I've received from Paradise Fibers, so I'm happy that I got these ones. But I will say that Fiber Club members are able to get early access to new fiber lines that are released in the monthly club. And there is a 10% off full price fiber purchases. You have a special coupon code. And if you want something before it's released on their website that you received in your box, just send Paradise Fibers an email and they will hook you up. And so, yay, thank you for all the birthday messages. But, okay, can someone explain the Tom Tew? Is that like is that a character that I don't know? Ooh, cool. They recommend doing thrummed mittens with the yak. Oh, that would be so cozy. That would be super cozy. And then they have some project suggestions, and they talk about, let's talk about yaks. Native to the icy cold mountainous regions of Central Asia, these hefty member of the cattle and bison family has a multi-layered coat of shaggy fur that keeps them insulated and warm throughout extreme temperatures. The coat is divided into 3 types of naturally shed. The coat is divided into 3 types that naturally shed together before being harvested and mechanically separated. There's the down, which is 1.25 to 2.25 inches long, irregular, crimpy texture. And that is, I believe, what we have here. We have the down. So it's short, so that might make it a little trickier to spin. The mid coat has a staple length, I guess, of the 2.25 inches to 4 3/4 inches long. And then the outer coat is long, shiny, and has a much coarser texture, and that would be 4.5 to 8.5 inches long. And so, yeah, so they spin with enough twist to hold your yarn without adding a wiry or stiff feeling. The spongy texture of the fiber might trick you into thinking you have enough twist in your singles, so test if you have enough twist, apply back and check the strength of your yarn. Add more twist if the fibers aren't holding well. Yakdon felts readily, even without water incorporated, so keep this in mind when handling and storing. Yes, even though it is like it's a bleached white color, even though it's that color, I think I would personally be afraid to try to dye it, just because I would be afraid that it would just fall apart. You're going to make the most of it. Well, the nice thing about some Paradise fibers, if you still have other months, is you can blend the colors with other months as well, and create something fun. And so I think if I ended up with red and green, I would either consider over dyeing it to make it just feel less Christmassy for me, or I would go and pull some other fiber that I have and use that to incorporate some other kind of color into a project. But this is really, really cool. Thank you, Paradise Fibers. I really, really like it. And I mean, I'm excited to open this on my birthday because it feels like a birthday present. And I always get excited to open them. And I try to keep them together. Okay, let me see. Good morning. All right, let's open up. I'm trying to decide which box is heavier. Okay, let's do the sock knit and crochet club first. So this is November's. I don't believe my December one has shipped yet. I'll put these buttons in with the fiber. There we go. Okay. So this is the sock knit and crochet club from November. And hey! Ooh, what's this? Oh, there's a chapstick. Chai tea lip balm. Oh, interesting. It's a little, it's got some like fuzz from the yarn on it. That's cute. I like chai tea. That's like my favorite kind of tea. And our yarn, we've got a tonal, but I'm excited because it's not a solid. I think I saw at one point, but I don't think I've received one yet, like a speckled yarn. I'm like excited. Knitcrate has said that they're going to bring more like variety to colorways back. This actually looks like something I've dyed recently. It is like a pastel purple and maybe a hint of like blue and sort of almost a white that looks very white. Probably because it's like got the Bear's Tin of blue. It looks like you had just enough blue in there for it to make the white feel whiter versus cream. They're Scandinavian elves. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so this is the Euro yarn in Happy Feet. The colorway is Jasper. This is 60% superwash merino, 20% kid mohair, 10% silk, 10% nylon. There's been a lot of mohair, I think, lately. Thank you, Chris. There's been a lot of mohair lately. I mean, this is really cute. And I want to see, okay, tea time. What was it called? Happy Feet. Oh, fine. No, Happy Feet must be the yarn base. Jasper is the name of the colorway. So would you care for a cup of tea? Our tea time theme this month offers a cup of comfort in a variety of colorful shades. From the delicate colors found on fine china to the bolder shades of both steaming hot tea and refreshing iced teas, you're sure to have a delightful afternoon cozying up with this month's yarn. And so we have a little bit of the like inspiration there. And up, I think I might be excited by the, it should come with like labels so I can cover up the QR code. Okay, but so I was just opening the sock knit and crochet club and you can see the other colors over here. So I got the neutral one. There's also a deeper blue and a more, that is almost looking like a Kool-Aid red on the monitor right now. Yeah, it's feeling very Kool-Aid-y. But I think that that is fun. You know, the colors don't necessarily evoke tea to me. Looking at this, I mean, I guess like, and I mean the spoiler for the Knit and Crochet Club, but they feel, I can see the like pottery theme. I'm not showing my face. I can see the pottery theme there, but maybe the like reds and maybe the yellow evokes tea a little bit, but I mean, it feels more floral to me. I don't know. Did you miss it at all? You missed the Paradise Fibers. I am unboxing the Knitcrates right now. All right, let's see what color we got in the Knit and Crochet Club this month. Ooh, I got a yellow. Ooh, Tea with Tay, Winter Bliss. Well, this is kind of cute. It almost feels like, I don't know, but there's like a little, it probably feels like it could be a loose leaf tea. I'm not going to open it right now because I don't want to do it, but that's cute. It's just a black tea. But this is cute. So let's see. So I got a fair, I mean, it's weird to say this, but this feels like a Christmassy colorway to me because it's yellow with like red and green speckles. But you guys, we got speckles. We got color. We got something that isn't solid from Knitcrate. And I am so excited by that. So excited. Okay, so this is the Uru yarn in Cozy. And this colorway is called Fruit Tea. It is 45% alpaca. It's 45% Huacaya alpaca, 45% Surya alpaca, 10%. Oh my goodness, it's sparkly. 10% stellina. Okay, this is a little weird. Okay, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell because the yarn is so fluffy. And I don't know if I would call it 10% stellina. There is stellina in here. It's okay, it's a little weird. I wish I was more excited. Okay, so I'm really excited that it's a speckle yarn. And like, if I move it, I mean, I would say it feels like there's 1% stellina. Like, if I move it, there is a hint of sparkle. But something about this base, it's supposed to be like fruit tea, doesn't really make me feel sparkly. So therefore, like, the sparkle is super subtle. It's really cool. I think I would love it on like that, the purple colorway that they have. Let me download the magazine. Because it's a very interesting, it's a unique base for sure. Let me do this. Oops. What I will say is I appreciate they're doing something different. I just think I just think it's a little bit. Oh, you can download the patterns individually on Ravelry now? Well, that's pretty nice. Okay. Oh, this fits better. That's the one you got two. You think you're going to over dye yours for funsies? I might over dye it as well. I think it's a fun type of base. but I might over dye it with some blue to make it more green. Let me go over here. Okay, so this fits more. With the macaroons, having those vibrant colors, maybe not so much this yellow one. I think that it's sort of a mustard yellow. I think that if they were going to do yellow, I would want it to be like a bright yellow. I don't know. I mean, this one does feel a little bit more like tea, but I don't know. It's not my favorite, because even like looking at this like mood board, the yellow on that cup, it's more of an orange and it feels like vibrant. And this is lacking a little bit of vibrancy. It's a tiny bit muddy. But I mean, I'm being honest. It's not my favorite color, but I am, again, so thrilled they're doing something that isn't solid. Okay, so let's see this month's yarns. There's Noon Chai, Butterfly Pea Flower, Bubble Tea, that's cute, and then Fruit Tea. So I might try to convert my Fruit Tea, which in person, see there, that looks bright. In person, and maybe it's the light in here, it's just feeling a little bit muddy to me. But I think if I were to over dye this with some blue, it would bring it to the Bubble Tea colorway. Just like, to me, it looks like here that the Butterfly Pea Flower is the Noon Chai over dyed with some blue. So it seems like there are these like two different bases, and then they over dyed them each with some blue to make the other ones, just based on the color of the speckles, which is fine. It's funny that I'm like, oh, this is probably what I would get if I over dye this with some blue. So that might be a ChemKnits video. The Selena, like, I think that it's a little bit lost, because so this is a bulky 2-ply yarn. And so I think that sparkle sort of in there, just because there's like a lot of fluff and halo to the fibers, it's fairly low twist. The sparkle isn't really showing up very well. Like, if I hadn't read the label, I don't think I would have noticed that the sparkle is in here. So let me see. All those look nice together. You were hoping for the purple one. It cakes up nicely. Oh, good. Blue is what you were thinking too. You skipped this month because you didn't feel any of the colors. They were just weird to you. Yeah, the color choice isn't one I would make, but I will say again. So I receive, I mentioned at the beginning, I receive this for free. And so I try to be honest, but my opinion also definitely probably would be a little bit different, or maybe even a little bit harsher if I was paying for it myself. And so I don't want anyone to think that I'm ungrateful. I'm beyond excited to see them taking color risks, because that was something that I've missed for the last year or so with these crates. I felt like things were solid and fairly muted colors a lot. I would like to see more bold, vibrant color choices. That would be really, really exciting. But I will say that I have a vlog coming up with a colorway that an older colorway that was a variegated one, and I wove it, and it looks so elegant woven, and I like it so much more in the final scarf than I did caked up. And I picked it for a weaving project because it wasn't one of my favorite yarn bases, and so I picked it because I'm like, oh, I don't mind if I mess up, and I love the way that scarf turned out, which I would show now, except Ryder took it to school. So opening the hank helps too. All right, let's try that. Let me go back here. I mean, it's not the choice I would make. It's definitely not ugly. I think that if someone dyed this color and shared it in the ChemKnits Lab Facebook group or something, I would be really proud. It's fun. There's interest to it. It's just not very me. Although, what's funny, where is it? I do actually have a very similar colored yarn that is a Donegal Nep yarn. But this orange yellow has like a bit more clarity to it. I think that it is important to reminder that if you have this colorway and love it, like that is fine. Everyone has different color preferences. But yeah, I think that ironically, like this unique, it's such a unique yarn base that like a lovely, like, I think that I would love like a variegated colorway that had like, that was like soft. Um, so versus speckled. So I might have made a different choice with this yarn base. I think the yarn base is really unique though. You're hoping the Selena pops more once it's in a project. It's a little bit lost. Yes, but what I've said before about Knitcrate as well is they take a lot of risks. They've taken more risks with the type of yarn bases. Although I guess they said people have requested less alpaca. I personally love alpaca fiber. Okay, so here are the other sock colorways. And again, I got the Jasper one. So Jasper, Teacup, and Cobalt. And you know, there is a lot of blue pottery and stuff out there. So, I mean, that makes sense. I think the yarn looks really, the speckled yarn looks adorable in these two patterns. So there is a bulky knit headband. This is actually a really cute pattern. It has got a very simple garter stitch edge, which will help you grip your head well. It's called the Ripples headband. And then it's got this cable that looks like a braid almost that goes around. I think that you probably knit it sideways and graft it would be my guess. I think that's an adorable pattern. And so it's there. And then I don't really get a good sense of what the crochet cowl is. I personally like my cowls to either be longer, so then I feel like they can be tighter to my neck. So that way I feel like warm versus having them drape more, but that's just my personal preference. It's still, I think that the yarn looks really good on this. So I think there's a good connection with this type of colorway with the patterns that they have. Let's look at the sock ones. Okay, so we've got it's the Torpor socks, which have a really cute and more complex cable design on them. And then the crochet socks are these snuggle socks, which you can see the colors pooling. And I mean, I don't know about you all, but I sometimes start to feel very anxious with how colors pool. I either want it to pool and then pull very similarly all the way through, or I don't know. Sometimes pooling makes me anxious, especially if it's not going to go the same way on different projects, which is very, I don't know, very, very silly as a hand dyer. And sometimes I dye things that would definitely pool. But I think that the pooling actually looks really cool. It gives it sort of a tie-dyed feel here, which I think is fun. I want to see another picture of, here's another picture of the cowl. I mean, it's really cute. It looks, gosh, it almost like it's held double someplace. I want to skip all the way to the end because I want to know what's coming next month. Ooh, vintage records. All right, so what I would like to see, and I'm so mad, there was one like electric one that I never ended up getting, which looked like it had like, it was like bright neon on like a zebra kind of bulky yarn, and I'm so mad I'm not mad, I'm so bummed I never got that one because I would have like been so excited about it. I would like to see, they don't really do resist type things, but I want to see a variegated yarn that is like black with pops of these jewel tones. I think that if there was like a black and gold, like this pile of records down there is so stunning. That's what I want to see on yarn. That's what I'm hoping for. And so I'm hoping that going forward, we can look at these mood boards and that we'll see more things that pop. That'll be really, really fun. That's what I really want to see. But I know that it takes some time for them to that they plan colorways like a year in advance. So it takes some time for there to be some change. I think that it is cool that Knitcrate offers color vibes. And so you can pick like a neutral box, a warm tone, or a cool tone box. and then they announce the colorways and you can swap to get the one you want. I believe you can do that again. They did away with it for a while, and I think that it's, right? Color Vibes are back, right? Wait, I thought it was going to be on the page. Here we go. Choose your monthly crate. Oh no, are they all anything goes? So at one point they did away with it, and then they brought it back. The website has changed. Let's see. Oh no, you can still pick a vibe. Okay, so it just started with anything goes. You can still pick a vibe. You promise that I'll love the stock yarn next month. The reveal had your mind blown. Awesome. I try to avoid the Knitcrate reveals because I want to like as authentically react to things as I can. I did see a version of a speckled yarn cross their feed a couple months ago, and I got so excited. I thought it was going to be, I mean, this was November's box. I thought it was going to be the previous month or something. But so I was waiting for it. Color Vibes are back, yes. Ooh, adding black speckles would be really fun to it too. Yeah, I really hope that the sparkle will pop. I think that that would be really fun. And so, oh, and I like the extra of tea. I think that having like a consumable extra is really fun. I'm actually like less annoyed. Not that I was that annoyed, but let's try this balm. Actually, I'm just going to use it right now. At first I was like, oh, chapstick, that's a little random, but it is related to the theme, and it does smell good. It feels good. Okay, why is there always sweetener in lip balms? There's stevia in it, it says. Tastes really good. The ingredients are just beeswax, olive oil, coconut oil, stevia, and flavor oil. So I would say it has like a bit of a more vanilla hint than chai. It's like vanilla spiced is maybe more how I would describe the scent. But it's not overpowering, or I would not have put it on my lips. So it's cute. All right, let's move on to Knitpicks, because I think that my little baby rainbow alpaca is in one of these that I was very excited about. So one of my Knitpicks orders actually came like in a bag, which is odd. Okay, so I ordered oh, fine. Okay. So I did this time. Not having a bag is not weird because I ordered 10 skeins, I think, of Hawthorne DK. So it was on sale, and I ordered it individually. Now they are thrown in higgledy-piggledy into this bag, but I've only seen one gloss DK so far. So okay, I think I'm short something. Let's count. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh no, I'm not short. It was just hidden. Okay. Knitpicks customer service is pretty good, so if you are short, they will replace. I got 2 gloss DK as well. I wanted to have some more DK bases on hand to play with. I don't know if I dyed. I must have dyed Hawthorne DK, but it's nice. It's also 2-ply. It's the same 80% fine Highland wool, 20% polyamide base that's in the fingering weight. And there are, what's the yardage? 225 yards per 100 grams. So, all right, so that was one. And I'm not mad about it not being in a bag because, well, I just ordered 10 individual skeins. So therefore there was no expectation of a full bag. They had like, I think while they still had a 20% off coupon over Cyber Weekend, there was one day that like Hawthorne was also like heavily discounted. Okay. And here is another order. I got some more Hawthorne sock blanks. I got some Luminance, the 100% silk. I got some super bulky soft, which is the yarn that I used in my hat. And then also then the little like jar progress keepers. This is 70% 70% wool, 30% alpaca. And then because my little alpaca is here. I'll show that closer in a moment. I guess I should add, I am a Knitpicks affiliate marketer, so I do earn commissions. My link is in the video description. But they, what was I going to say? So I am an affiliate, but I bought all this myself. So this is non-sponsored. Okay, so these are they've like increased the faux fur line, and I was curious because they have these ombres, and these ones come with these little snaps now. So then I guess you could tie a snap to this and attach a snap to your hat. I don't think my others came with that, and that's cool. So they had some ombre ones, and I was very curious. This is like a gray ombre, which is huge. I should have gotten the smaller one. It's huge, but I like the dimension in it. I think that that's cute. I think that that's cute. And then I got, I'm afraid I'm going to lose these snaps now. Because like the white felt too white. What color was this one? I don't know. I have no idea. This was another ombre, like I think a gray ombre, but it has more. This one is different. It's got like some black tips. This one isn't very well done. The other one was cute. This one is like gray, and then all of a sudden there's some like the last like centimeter of some of these is black, in like a way that does not necessarily feel intentional or ombre, because not enough of them have that color on the end. If more of them had that color, but it's like a lot of them were trimmed, like that color was trimmed off. So it's not bad. I'm just being very critical because I'm still on the like weird trying to figure out if I like these things quest, and I have a feeling these might end up with, we might use them like balls and play with them to like through a tiny little hoop upstairs if I don't have a use for them. I'm like oddly determined to try to use them. It does say they're 100% polyester, which means they would be hard to dye myself. But this is the thing that I was the most excited about. It's the tiny little stuffed alpaca. I really wanted the rainbow or the purpley one, but this one is cute too. It's got like, so it's mostly a blue, and then it's got some like burgundy, olive green, and a tiny bit of teal in it. And it's just really cute. I was like absurdly excited to get like a free little stuffed alpaca. Okay, and then the last thing I have, so I like sparkle in yarn. And at one point, Paradise Fibers had this diamond roving, which they probably still do have, actually. Yeah, their diamond sock blend, which this picture is not doing justice, but it has like an iridescent Angelina in it. And I have the original they sent me, and I have some. I'm going to dye it at some point. I have no idea if the Angelina will take up color, but I was so excited to have like a bare fiber with a sparkle that wasn't just silver or gold. That really excited me. And it's like diamond dust. It's so cool. But I was like, man, seeing that made me like, oh, can I create my own like holographic? Which, if any of you are nail polish fans, you might know that there is a YouTuber. Oh, there you can see the like rainbow hollows. There's a YouTuber, Simply Nailogical, who loves like holographic glitter. And so I was like, oh, it would be so cool if I could find something like that that I could include in yarn. Not because of the other YouTuber, but having, and I think that with the soft light, you won't be able to see the sparkles on my nails, but wearing nail polish that has glitter that like flashes these rainbow colors makes me so happy. It's sort of like almost like a fidget tool sometimes in the right light, a calming mechanism. And someone messaged me on Instagram because they found holographic Angelina. And I'm going to show you. I bought some. And again, this light I don't think is going to do it justice. But you can see the rainbows a bit on the gold. But I have silver holographic and gold holographic. It's showing up better on the gold right now just because I've got a soft box up. But it is awesome. Let me show you the Etsy shop. So oh dear. So here you can get a set. So the shop was Slim Chicken, and you can see that it has these, like, with the light on it, it shines the rainbow colors. And then here's the silver, and it does that same kind of thing. So I am so excited to figure out how to incorporate this into something I spin at some point. That is a goal for sure, but for now I have these little samples, and yeah, I'm excited to create something for myself that will sparkle with rainbows. And so it does exist. It exists. And so that was the sparkle mail that when the package arrived, I was like, I don't know what this is. I opened it and I was like, oh, I know what this is now. And so I was very excited about that. Holo Taco's your favorite? You missed the Christmas set, but you're going to get some individuals? Yeah, I have the Christmas set right there. I'm wearing the new black one on my nails, which, like, this light isn't going to do it any favors. I wonder if I think I'm also too far away. Yeah. Can't get the angle right for you guys to see it. So in the sunlight, especially, like, that's where it shows more. So I think I really want to do a hat I want to like somehow incorporate that into fiber and make a hat. So then when I go outside, it like sparkles. I think that would be really, really cool. And it would be cool if I could create something bulky like this. And like when I pick it up, I see the shine like a little bit. It's so subtle though. It's so subtle. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that I wish that I could get that bare yarn base that Knitcrate had. So Dyer Supplier, which is Knitcrate's like sister company, the bases for Knitcrate are not the same as the bases that they have for Dyer Supplier. It used to be, but there are reasons why it's not, that I'm not at liberty to go into. But yeah, so some of the bases that they like come up with are super, super interesting. And therefore I wonder like if they're experimenting with both producing these unique bases and with dyeing them. So I don't know, again, hats off to Knitcrate for listening and doing some other types of colorways. And it does seem like their shipping is improving, but they've made claims before. So I think the last 2 months, I technically received them in the month they were supposed to arrive, at the very end of the month. But that's still like much more reasonable than it showing up like 6 weeks later, especially when it was shipped within the US to the US. I would say, for example, Paradise Fibers usually ships the yarn out on the 6th and it comes in a couple days, and I'm on the opposite side of the country from them. But Paradise Fibers is shipping a lot fewer packages than Knitcrate, and so it's a different it's not fair to compare the two of them that way. It's really not fair to compare them because of the like scale, I think, is different. But hopefully the changes Knitcrate has made will mean that their packages come out on a more reasonable schedule. And I also hope that their customer service is actually replying to complaints and concerns on a much more reasonable timescale than what was happening previously when people weren't hearing back for way too long. And so I really, really, really hope that that is improving. I know the pandemic has been especially challenging for them. And so my like official stance was that like if you can afford to wait and be really patient, then it's okay to go ahead and sign up. But if that would be really frustrating to you, then I might wait until things stabilize. But things are arriving on a more regular schedule so far. So hopefully that continues. And of course, with December, shipping is starting to be a mess all over the US right now. So I would give a little extra grace for things shipped in December. Just like a little bit of grace, just because, yeah, I don't know how things will go. But yeah, Paradise Fibers also mentioned that they're having more logistical issues with shipping since they've grown so much and they're learning from it. Oh, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, and I don't know if I ever get special treatment when they're packing my box. I know in the past, Paradise Fibers has occasionally like picked a color because they thought that I might like it or something. They're very, very, very sweet to me. Like, you know, I think they like maybe once asked like what my sign was, and so they sent me something that was my sign, just for fun. And so that is very, very sweet. But you know, so I have no idea if they're still doing that or not. But yeah, I can imagine that there are shipping challenges. Yes, so Knitcrate's biggest issue has been that their mills, they have mills all over, they use a few mills all over the world. I think there are some in Italy and there are some in Peru. And when those countries were hit hard and production shut down, that's part of what created a backlog. But then, you know, that was a while ago. Hold on one second. Hello? Spam. But I always have to check just in case it's like a teacher or something. So earlier in the pandemic, production was hurt because mills were shut down. And so therefore they weren't producing the yarn. Later on, and what's happening more currently, is that there is, with international shipping, there's with fewer flights and everything, fewer shipping containers are able to leave the country and get to a point of entry into the US. But then there's also a backlog once they get there from getting cleared through customs. And so things will be sitting there stuck for weeks, which is understandably extremely frustrating for companies. And so hopefully Knitcrate can get to a point where they can start to be a month ahead, maybe, so that way they are able to manage it. Again, I don't really know how like the back end works, but I do know that it has been frustrating for them to have the yarn ready and not arriving at their warehouse in a timely manner, because then once it arrives, they have thousands and thousands of crates that they're shipping out, and so that's a lot of time that it takes to pack and ship everything. So that logistics takes time. And so that is, you know, the packing end, that is within their control. But what's not within their control is when something is stuck at customs. And so that's why, oh, that was me. It's like, so that's why I'm like, if, you know, I'm willing to extend some grace as my dog likely freaks out because maybe a package is delivered. But yes, I think that, sorry about the dog, everyone. I think that it is worth extending some like care and grace to the companies. But again, it's also understandable if you're frustrated with the service you've received to put your subscription on pause and things like that. And I believe, there was a big email recently from Knitcrate about how they're changing the way some of their discounts and things are working, so that way some things will be applicable to people who received that month's crate versus everyone who's a subscriber but maybe skipped a month. I'm not really sure because I open few emails because I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible, which means I'm not always the most informed on Knitcrate. Excuse me. Oh, I have tried all kinds of like spam things. I get a million, unfortunately. It might, yeah, I'm not entirely sure why I get so many, but I get more than Keith does, but that's a good tip. Let me see if there's anything else I want to share. Oh, okay. So I said that I would go through. Okay, so Paradise Fibers is $34.99 a month, and that includes shipping within the continental U.S. It's a little bit more expensive if it's going to be shipped to Alaska and Hawaii because shipping is more expensive, and I'm not centered with the camera. And then it's a little more expensive for Canada or other international shipping. And I think that those prices just went up. International shipping has become extraordinarily expensive recently. It definitely went up. And so if when you go to checkout, you aren't able to ship the sampler to, or the subscription to your country, you can reach out to them and see if they're able to add your country. But there are also gift memberships. Yeah, so you can request a gift subscription for 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months. And I don't think that there's a discount, really, but I'm like not doing math in my head. But that is, there are those options if it's something that you want that you could put on a wish list. And then for Knitcrate, the Knit and Crochet Club, which comes with 200 grams of yarn, an extra, a knitting and crochet pattern that you can use with that yarn. That is $29.99 a month plus the cost of shipping, which okay, and shipping is now $7.95 shipping and handling, and international it's $11.95. And then for the sock crate, it's $24.99. And then the shipping is, which, I wish I could remember. Okay, the shipping here is $6.95 shipping and handling, plus, but for international, it's $11.95. Unfortunately, if you buy multiple knit crates, so if you get both the sock knit and crochet club and the knit and crochet club, they can't combine shipping, so you're paying shipping on both, which, is important to know. But it also does look like that the Dive into Dyeing series that I created the videos and tutorials for, it does look like that this is back in stock right now. But again, I might hold off or because I'm nervous that like the shipping would be disruptive or something, and I don't know. So yeah, that is available. And the other thing is Knitpicks stroll is back in stock, so that's exciting. It was out of stock for so long, and now part of me is like, will we get one more coupon at the end of December? I would like one more coupon, please, now that stroll's back in stock. But anyway, so yeah, thank you all for tuning in for this just like casual unboxing of some of the fiber goodies that have shown up over the last couple of weeks. Some of these I was, again, really wanting to open during Hanukkah, but since the ChemKnits Hanukkah special was 12 nights of nightly just live premiere or nightly premieres of videos, there wasn't really a well, I didn't have the bandwidth to try a daytime unboxing, and then there also just wasn't time for me to realistically try some kind of evening unboxing. So yeah, I decided to do it now. Oh, other ChemKnits type announcements. I am planning on sharing sometime this week. I think for the dye-along, I'm going to do a December-January combo dye-along like I did last year. I don't know yet if I am going to do mine in December. I might wait until January because I am tired. It's towards the end of the year and I'm tired. So I think I'm going to do a 2-month long dye along with a combo inspiration photo like I did last year. Because yeah, I think that that would help. And then I think that's my only other announcement. Mental bandwidth is metered too. Yes. Yes. And so, yeah, I think that I might do that. So I still have, I have a few things, Indy. I have a few things left that I need to film for this year, but I am in good shape. I'm just, I was like, you know, I'm like, woohoo, Hanukkah's early. So then I have like a few weeks and I'm like, I'm pretty tired. I'm so glad that you all enjoyed this series, though, as my dog freaks out because this is what he does during the day when they're, how dare someone else be outside our home. Thank you so much. Thank you. I am 38, if anyone is curious, I think. Yes. So this time, I'm sorry, I'm just ignoring the barking. This time last year, like before my birthday, was it, maybe it was last year that I forgot. I called myself 37 for months before my actual birthday. So then when I had my birthday, I was really confused. And it's the problem with a December birthday because most of the time the math of the year you were born versus the year it is doesn't really help. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna have some sushi tonight. I will see my parents. And so I'm very excited. And yeah, I'm gonna go do some more knitting. I'm working on my the Trace Elados shawl by Disturbing the Fleece. And so I'm almost done with the first color. I've got like a million progress keepers on it. But it's just a very, very simple lace weight project that mixes 3 different yarn bases, which is really, really cool. And so I'm very excited to work on that. And so I'm probably going to do, I'll go eat some lunch and then I will sit back and do some knitting and watch like some Marvel something or other probably. I'm so glad you like this series, and thank you. Thank you all for joining me today in a nice daytime stream. The light has changed a lot as I've been here. It was very cloudy before, and now you can see the light streaming in from the window back there. But anyway, I am going to head out. I hope that you all have a really, really wonderful weekend, and I am very excited to... yeah. Oh, tomorrow's video. I don't remember what tomorrow's video is going to be. I'm checking. Because, oh yeah, you guys are going to like tomorrow's. Yeah, well, I mean, the videos for the rest of the year are all really, really fun. But I think you guys will enjoy tomorrow's video. And there's an oops. There's a big oopsie that I made. One of the biggest, now, when I say one of the biggest oopsies I've ever made, it's not bad. It could have been bad, I suppose, but it, like, no yarn was damaged. I just made a mistake when I was doing it, and that I didn't discover until the very end, but I did discover it, and so that is good. But anyway, I'm going to head out for real. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me while I opened up some squishy, I mean, they're kind of presents, right? Some squishy yarn. If you want to learn more about anything, I don't think I linked to the holographic Angelina in the description, but if you want to find that, just like leave a comment on this stream afterwards, and then I check comments and try to reply to questions, so then I can leave that there. But otherwise, my affiliate links to all the companies I mentioned are down in the video description. And please subscribe. I'm Rebecca from ChemKnits, and thank you all so much for watching. Bye!